Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Out of the Vatican, where Pope Francis opened an important meeting of Catholic bishops today on the future of the Church. Among the controversial topics, whether priests can marry or women can become deacons, and if priests can bless same-sex marriages. CBS's Chris Livesay is in Rome.
From around the world, bishops gathering and sometimes clashing on hot-button issues. But the biggest bombshell dropped before the synod even began, with Francis this week publishing a letter opening the door for priests to bless same-sex unions. We cannot be judges who only deny, reject, and exclude, declared the pontiff.
As queer people, we want to believe that God blesses our love.
Jamie Manson, a women's rights activist and devout Catholic, says the change opens the church tent for LGBTQ couples, like her and her partner of 4 years.
Affirming and embracing everyone only makes the church stronger. It is a very slim minority of Catholics who are opposed to same-sex unions.
That's what they wish, but it's not.
Father Gerald Murray is a conservative priest from Manhattan.
For the Pope to say that priests and bishops can find a way to do this, it's wrong. He shouldn't do it.
What's the harm in making this tent, so to speak, bigger for more people?
The harm is that it contradicts Catholic teaching.
American conservative leaders in the Catholic Church have warned that if Francis doesn't stick to doctrine, he could provoke a permanent split. In his homily to open the meeting, Francis made it clear where his focus lies.
Tutti.
He said, everyone must be allowed in.
This summer, Pope Francis called some of his conservative critics in the U.S. backwards. As for blessing same-sex unions, Pope Francis says this shouldn't give the impression that they're on par with heterosexual marriages, still the only marriages the Catholic Church recognizes. Nora?
Quite a story. Chris Livesay, thank you very much.
Great glory, beloved. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. And today is Shabbatai, October the 7th, 2023. And it's currently 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, pre-recorded. Great glory to the Mighty One, beloved. The theatrics going on, and it keeps on going. Now it's everyone. Now it's just, we got to make sure that everyone get in. When they are talking about everyone, they are calling all people back into the church. Now everybody is changing their mind. People have different thoughts now. And then the priest can get married now. The women can be deacon now. And this and stuff. Now it's a love thing. Everyone must love each other. But you scumbag way of saying this during the Inquisition. You backward devil, scum of a demons were destroying and killing our people. It was all about you. Now you people are changing your mind. Now people, some of you might say, "Well, Big Levi, well, it seems like you're supporting this garbage." Listen, man, I'm not any of whatever those guys are doing out there. It just doesn't matter. They look left, they lose. They look right, they lose. They look up, they still losing. They look down, they lost. There is no way out of this thing. They are locked in number 9. Now, because of the video that we play, we let everybody hear. Now, we will tell you exactly why those people are doing this. Why is it suddenly now there is Ish over there and Ishmael shooting rockets at each other? Oh, well, they fire 7,000 racketing and we got 50 people, have a heart attack. A couple of them, they kind of know more, but we don't know exactly what's going on. But, we are under attack. Listen, those people have to do every single thing in their, not in their power, kind of in their control to stay relevant. They have to give their people out there, their little minions, something to talk about. They have give the little Paul Begleys out there, the Mr. Stones out there. They gotta give them something. Those guys, they haven't been saying anything yet. They can't say anything until something like that happened. They have to say, look, we matter too. We're still in prophecy. Those are prophecies. The Pope says something here. He's the Antichrist, Big Levi, because he said that. But anyway, beloved, let's go through this. Again, if you are new here, thank you for being here. Thank you for being in the midst. Great glory to the Holy One. Our duty here is to keep the vibration high. Our duty is to tell the nation there'll be no Jacob's trouble. We went to Jacob's trouble, man. The Inquisition, all right, Jim Crowism, chattel slavery, the civil rights era, the lynching era, okay, the police, the crack era. Those were Jacob's trouble. What else those people going to do to us to somewhat like teach us a lesson? As far as we're concerned, there's a group of us, we learn our lesson from the Holy One. Now, whatever simulation those people were running in their computer, okay, and it's not working. There's a beautiful video, the beloved brother, I don't want to swag at Jack, the brother. Okay. Brother Remedy H put out there, okay, Project Looking Glass, okay, I highly recommend
brothers and sisters,
you go watch Project Looking Glass, okay. I knew about Project Looking Glass, Majestic 12, back in 2008 when I was heavily studying conspiracy theories, when the Most High was waking me up and things like that. That's when I knew those guys effed up. That's when I knew they cut in number 9. There's no way out of this. Okay, if we have time, we'll play some part of the video. But again, if you could go ahead, the name of the brother is Remedy H. Going inside of Project Looking Glass. They are done. There's nothing they can do to get out of this. But anyway, beloved, we're going to go through all those videos to see if it's this indeed Jacob's trouble, or if there is somebody out there that are suffering but try to cover it up but can't. At this point right now, beloved, they can't cover this, man. This cannot be covered. This cannot be altered, explain it away, or give another title or another aspect. This cannot be covered. There's no cover up here. You can't cover this up. The same garbage about a bunch of you people going out there saying, well, Big Levi, you have to understand, like Bill Gates, he's going to cover the sun, man. He's going to black the sun. The elite over there, they have so much power. Those people have zero power. They are not God. They are the lowest, the filth, the scum of the earth. Those people have zero power. You think the Pope, your Elon Musk, those guys, have you ever sit down and listen to Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, and any of those DuPont, Rockefellers? Have you ever sit down and listen to those guys talking? That is all the people that are awake. Have you sit down there and listen to Bill Gates talking? You realize that, wait a minute, you guys don't know nothing. You folks have no idea what you're talking about. Well, the world, and there is so much overpopulation, we need to go to Africa and then reduce the population. What? As if you people have this power to do anything like that. As if you have the power to depopulate the world. No, you are being depopulated. That's why the infertility is so bad in the midst of you. That's why you are bringing those migrants here. You're not bringing them here because, they are getting here on their own. They are forcing their way here. No. Your number is just below replacement a long time ago, since the 70s. You're bringing those people here to work. And the generation that you have that's supposed to be working, the one that's supposed to be in the 20s, 30s, they can't because they're hooked on drugs. They are hooked on despair. They can't work. Because there's no future. The future is gloom unto them. Like the beloved brother Big Judah said, it's bleak. They can't. What are they going to work for? It is just now a lot of you 83 Gentiles are experiencing what we've been experiencing in 1492 when you people came in here in our land. When you guys came here, you swagger jack our land, you swagger jack our identities over there in Europe, China, Japan, all over the world. You are not from here. You guys are elementaries. You do know what that is, right? You don't know what that means. You have somewhat an expiration date, and you long past your expiration date. You are no longer needed for your intended purposes. Now you're being discarded. You see, we do not have expiration date. We cannot expire. We can birth, death, rebirth, death, reincarnation. It's a cycle. But you, the moment you go bad, you're out of here forever. And you're doing everything to keep this sour milk, try to make it look fresh. You just take the same sour milk, put it into a new carton, a new containers, and put a new date upon it, and then you wrote fresh. All you have to do, all you keep doing is changing the container of this milk. This milk is turned into vermins, worms, and maggots. It's done. Now you're being disposed. You have nothing to stand on. You have no balance. You have no concrete argument, no concrete proof you can come out there. All you can do is just throw little things and make little threats. Don't read this book. You're going to hell. Oh, you overreaching. Oh man, Big Levi, you overreaching, man. That has nothing to do with anything. You overreaching. That's all you can do. Beloved, we have quite a few amount of tabs here. Let us go through them and see what the Holy Spirit has for us.
Turning overseas now to the Vatican, where Pope Francis opened an important meeting of Catholic bishops today on the future of the church. Among the controversial topics, whether priests can marry or women can become deacons, and if priests can bless same-sex marriages.
Those people can't bless anything. They're never able to bless. Their job was not to bless. Their job was to curse. Their job was to destroy. Can priests get married? Are you out of your mind? Do you know that? Well, you people swagger jack the whole thing from us. Originally, the priests, they had wives, they have kids. Some of the priests have 3 wives, just like the Levites, because that's what you guys try to emulate. And they realize when the priests, the guys that get into the Catholic Church, and they amass a massive amount of wealth, and then they got kids and wife, and they sent their kids to other schools, and they taught their kids against the Catholic Church, and then they passing on the wealth onto their children, and they cut off their kids from the church, and the wealth keep going away, and they prohibited the men to marry the women. In fact, you guys have a law in the Catholic Church that said women are the devil. You should not talk to them. You should not touch them. You should not sleep with them. It is better for you to sleep and talk and have intercourse with another man than a woman, because the woman was the one who tempted Adam to eat the apple. Because that's what you people came in for. Okay, you guys despise and hated women, and you make sure you pass that scumbag garbage onto the camps. That's what you guys do. You pass it on to your church. You pass it on into everything. You guys hated the female energy. You hated the so-called the negative part of the polarity. There is positive and negative. Fire, water, electric fluid, magnetic fluid, which come together from the electromagnetic fluid. And you don't have that in you. That's why you try to mess that things in us. You are a program that we worked, and now you've been rewritten. Oh well, we live inside of simulation and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, we do. And what seems to be the issue now? Well, the AI going to take over. We need to do something. No, there's no such thing. The same AI that put you in power and destroy us, the AI had his orders. Once, we learn our lesson, the time's up, and it's going to reverse and put everything back in your ass and then put us back on top. That's what it is. That's why those people are so against technology now. Oh, well, the transhumanism, the elite going to turn us into robots so they can control us. Really? First of all, they control us through the food. They control us through the media, the TV shows, the movies, the reality shows, the music and stuff, their money, their system. Now they're going to build chip to put inside of your butt so they can control you. Now they're going to cut off your arm, put a robotic arm, and then control you. Now they're going to put some kind of thing in your brain to control your brain again. What more? You guys are making the so-called the elite looks like some kind of god-like being, some control freak-like being, when in fact those people are nothing but toothless worms. They have no power whatsoever. Nothing but bark, no bite, barely. For those guys to bark out, you need like 1,000 of those scrawny dogs, malnourished dogs, to come together to form a choir to bark at you so you can hear them. One of them doesn't have the strength to bark at you. All they can do is just bark and no bite. Well, the elite control this, the elite control that, they are crashing. Suddenly right now there's a wave of people online that are saying the elite has been defeated. When you guys were the main primary people that say, oh, they are going to enslave us, they're going to crash the system, they're going to come up with the gold and silver, they're going to come with the digital currency, they're going to do this, and you realize your lie has been exposed. Now you try to swagger jack our truth and then flip it on your own. Oh, the elite has been defeated. Brothers and sisters, let us all hold hands together and come together. Everyone needs to come together and form one love. We ain't gonna come together with you, son. We don't know you like that. You brought our people into a low vibration with your elite garbage, like the elite is they are controlling everything. They know everything. The majestic 12, they are so good. They know the future. They know that no. They know what we want them to know. They know what the Holy One put in there to do. It's a program that is written and they have limited sight. They are far-sighted. They only know what the Holy One wants them to know. Now, it's been a while now. They don't know anything. That's why they are watching us. They don't know anything. We are the quote-unquote the timeline, the chronometer. We are the hourglass of this reality. They have to keep their eyes on us. That's why they cannot wait for us to either go live or either do a video so they can get clues so they can save them. Well, try to save themselves, but they can't be saved. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing they can do. They can't be saved. You people destroy everything, and at the end, the same Pope that told you all those stuff, now at the end, they backpedaling, and everybody backpedaling right now. Oh well, you have to understand, and everyone is including 30. The women can become deacon now. The men can marry women now. You know what? To hell with this. Bring the cowboys. Bring the cowgirls. Let us have a huge rodeo in there. Which you people act like this is new to you. When this is exactly what you've been doing. You guys bought your bunch of hatless cowboys. That's what you guys been doing in the church. That's what you've been promoting in our community to destroy us. And now it did more damage unto you than unto us. And now you try to reverse it. You're trying to, it's universal. And we need to love each other. Get out of here.
CBS's Chris Livesay is in Rome.
From around the world, bishops gathering and sometimes clashing on hot-button issues. But the biggest bombshell dropped before the synod even began, with Francis this week.
Then again, beloved, let me just enlarge this right quick. Anytime they are doing this garbage, they make sure that there is somebody there. We only 13% of the population or 1% of the world, because that's what those guys always say. They always have to make sure that there is someone, some Negro in the midst, and put him in front. Make sure that that Negro right there is the one that holding the course. make sure you put some Negro right here. And when you look at those people over there in Rome, there's no Negroes there. There's no black folks, so to speak. But yes, make sure you put a Negro in the front. Have the other one, holding the course or whatever that is, which is not for you. The course is the 4 element anyway.
Before
So,
the synod even began, with Francis
and
this
then
week.
put them right here and make sure that they see this. Make sure the Pope is closer to the Pope. We need them in the midst of us. We need them closer to them, to us. We need their energy.
Publishing a letter opening the door for priests to bless same-sex unions. We cannot be judges who only deny, reject, and exclude, declared the pontiff.
That's all you guys been doing. We cannot be judges who only deny. You guys were the ultimate. You appointed yourself to be the ultimate judges of every matters. You judge us when we can go to sleep, what we can read, well, if we can read at all, what we can say, what we can wear, the custom or the experiment or exercise we can perform, the prayer we can say. You judge. You are the ultimate judge. You approve and deny. You accept and reject. You include and exclude. That's what you were doing during the Inquisition. That's what you were doing your time that you had now. Now, for some reason, we cannot be judges who only deny, reject, and exclude. Everyone is included. For some reason, I don't know why, there's a love going on out there. Come, let us live together. You know what? You don't need to come to live in the suburb. Let me move in the hood. You can call it gentrification. I say it's brotherly love. I'm coming here to show you some brotherly love. I raise your rent and all that nonsense. And then I'm going to be in the midst of you. You guys don't need to move to the suburb, man. Let me move in the hood and be with you guys here. Let's have a beer. Yo, turn on the TV. The Cowboys are playing. And, for the people, not only we're talking about the real Cowboys football are playing, but some other Cowboys are, riding that dirt road until they can't ride no more. That's what's going on. Let's just see them and let's have some fun. We are all invited. We are all the same. We are all equal. We are all the children of God. Everybody's included. The door's open. Come. We need all of you. No, we don't. I don't know you people over there. Yeah, I don't know you scumbag over here. And I ain't gonna come and be with you guys and act like everything is cool. And when I know for a fact, hey, you people done horrible and terrible things. You destroyed this beautiful place. You destroyed this beautiful earth. You destroyed this reality. When things was going your way, everything was real. Anytime things happen bad to us, the crack epidemic was very real. The AIDS epidemic was very real. The slavery was very real. Inquisition was very real. You guys love to say you are the conquistador, you are the conquered, you are the Alexander, you conquer the world. You are the colonizer, you civilize the world. You are very proud of that. All those things were real. Low IQ, our people, we have the lowest IQ. Those things were real. We have the most STDs. We commit all the crime. Those things were real. They weren't fake. Suddenly now, when things come upon you, when the so-called fentanyl epidemic is in your neighborhood, when the ball is in your court, it's fake. Well, they are making that up. The media, they try, the Republican, the Democrat, they try to make us fight each other, man. Black and white is just colors. Let's come together and suck each other's hey. Well, there's an infertility there. The population is going down in the midst of you. You guys can't reproduce. You are not being reincarnated. The amount of reincarnation that you had is up. You guys are like cats. You had 9 lives. You had 9 times to come back here. This is your last time. You can't come back again. Suddenly everything is fake. Suddenly now, everything is CGI. Suddenly we live in a simulation and you don't like the simulation. How long we've been living in a simulation? Well, we know this forever. And you guys are loving that thing. How is it now you guys don't like it? But because this thing is turning on us now. Suddenly now everything is fake. Suddenly I don't believe this. Suddenly I don't believe that. Suddenly we cannot be judges who only deny, reject, and exclude. We need to accept everyone. The women, they can be deacon now. That's a huge stuff, right? Make sure whatever women that you're going to make deacon, make sure that woman is black as hell. Make sure you take the blackest woman and make her a deacon. Make sure the first sex marriage, the Pope going to be blessed. Make sure those two cowboys look black as hell. And make sure the priest that's going to get married and have kids, make sure it just look white as hell. Make sure you look like us and have a beautiful wife and have kids and bless them. And then say, it's everyone.
Declared the pontiff.
As queer people, we want to believe that God blesses our love.
Jamie Manson, a women's rights activist and devout Catholic, says the change opens the church tent for LGBTQ couples, like her and her partner of 4 years.
Affirming and embracing everyone only makes the church stronger.
Again, beloved, this has nothing to do with the church. Remember, what they are desperate, brethren. Okay, they are desperate. They know this is what caught attention of those so-called black people. Anything that has to do with LGBT. Oh, say something about the cowboy. You have a group of faceless black folk. A group of you never seen those people. You just see their Twitters. Well, like now they have. You just see the X's account. They will come after you because they believe life is all being online and well, now they don't say tweeted. I don't know what they were. I say tweeted. It's just tweeted this, tweeted that. This is reality. The reality, that sun that you're looking at is going supernova on you. The earth pole, the earth shift polarities is shifting. The reality is those wildfires. The reality is your economy is going down. It has nothing to do with like everyone is blessed and the church gonna get stronger. So you mean the church wasn't strong? You guys always brag about, well, we have 6 million, we have 6 billion, we have 2-3 billion customers or whatever, parishioners, we have this and that, we're strong. But we need to get stronger. Going against whom? Well, the church is better with the Hebrew Israelites because we have the most members. Yeah, I mean, like, you're strong. That has nothing to do with us. Beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike, stay out of it.
It is a very slim minority of Catholics who are opposed to same-sex unions.
That's what they...
Now, it's just the lies, the narcissism. And a lot of narcissists in our community, they love that. They love lies. They love when those people say, oh, everyone loved that except a few people. Except a few minority that don't like that. And all the backward and perverse scumbags, they will go ahead and say, Big Levi, we need to tell our people to go back to the church, and then so they can bless those people, so Most High can bless us too. And you got this dude right here, this priest right there. I don't know why there's no little boys close to him. You know, he been doing this thing, and he doesn't this stuff to go get out of there. And then he's like, yo, I'm opposing you guys. Listen, brethren, they have to bring this kind of pseudo conflict in the midst of them so they can have some stuff going on. Because the prophecy is not coming to fruition. All the lies, they are not being raptured. I can clearly see this dude over there in the screen. He's not being raptured. I'm pretty sure your Christian family or friends or workers or people that, you know, they are not being raptured. They're still here. So they have to come up with some kind of fake conflict. So they are fighting. Oh, this priest says something. He doesn't agree. Or that priest over there says something. They don't agree. This is truly brothers versus brothers, fathers against sons and mothers against daughters. That's a prophecy here.
They wish, but it's not.
Father Gerald Murray is a conservative priest from Manhattan.
For the Pope to say that priests and bishops can find a way to do this, it's wrong. He shouldn't do it.
What's the harm in making this tent, so to speak, bigger for more people?
The harm is that it contradicts Catholic teaching.
American conservative leaders in the Catholic Church have warned that American
Now, you see how this dude openly, blatantly reject, and he called the Pope out. See how they do this? Now, call the same guy, say, hey man, I agree with you. It's just go against Catholic teaching, but you know what else go against Catholic teaching? The Inquisition. The murdering, rape, rob, stealing our resources and our wealth. You need to call him out on that. Instead of you people call out the Catholic Church out of the horrible things they've done unto the children of God, the angelic being, the God beings, because we are not regular people. That's why they always push the fear of technology upon all people. Well, nanotech, but nanotech over there, and then nanotech, and transhumanism, and then technology, AI. Run, black people, run. Go. Get out of the city. Go somewhere. Okay, go where? Go. Okay, all right. Well, there's a little beautiful paradise over there in the Caribbean. No. Don't go nowhere. There's beautiful land, fertile land, water and stuff. Go in a desert, because it says it in the Bible. Go in a desert. Go in a place there is nobody there, no water there. Okay, build a house in there. You'll be safe. But what about these lush lands over there that have rivers, trees and stuff? Nope, don't go over there. Because they know the moment our people go into nature, we will connect it unto them. And we will discover what they are saying, transhumanism, or while you no longer become a human. Well, we're not human in the first place. We're not like you. Make sure you go someplace there is no trees, no water. And build a house there and then brag about how you're living off grid. But what about this place over there that have lush? No. Haven't you listened? Go to the desert. You guys won't say anything against the Catholic Church of what they did to us during slavery, after slavery, and now. But when it comes to things like that, oh well, I oppose this and that. I'm a conservative. I'm a Republican. I'm pro-life and stuff. America is in the situation that he is because America killed babies. But when my guy at Sanger was killing our babies, when you guys were using our little babies for alligator bait, that was good, right? When you guys were using our women fetuses for your own backwarded medical things, your own the witchcraft stuff you used to do, it was good. There ain't no all the conservative. Hey, I'm good with that, man. That's not those. Actually, those are properties. When you guys were stealing our wealth and it's already 5 o'clock. Oh. Then I'm at least 30 minutes into this. I started at 4:30. There you go. At least 30 minutes. Good. All those stuff was good. When you guys were stealing, raping, robbing, they were good. Suddenly now, well, we have to face like America is. They remove the prayers from the schools and stuff, and that's how you got all the school shooting, and they remove the teaching from this and the abortion and the cowboys, denial, backpedaling, which shows you those people truly lost the blessing, and above all, the curses start cleaving in the midst of them. Great glory. Let us keep on moving.
For Olympics, but for now they have Paris is gearing up for next year's Summer Olympics, but for now they have unwanted invaders. Megan Fitzgerald now on the city's bed bug problem.
Bugs are known to hide, tucking into seams of...
It is always some expert coming over there and explains things to you. Listen, those things are just... all my mother's family, they live in France, okay? They're like second, third, fourth French generation, whatever they want to call them over there. And bed bugs was always a problem in Paris, okay? My grandfather, he had an issue with them over there. May he rest in peace. He had an issue with them in there. But now those people want to show you that the bed bugs is just like, oh, it's just minor. It's just like it just happened out of nowhere. No, that's not what that is. It's a freaking plague. See, the sun, our prayer, our vibration is activating everything. Now, why is it suddenly there's a backpedaling and denial going on? Because, well, one, we are awake and we can't go back to sleep. We'll never go back to sleep. What they are doing now, they try to get that. Now they know you're awake, then they try to get your attention now. Come, pay attention to us. What do you think if about the Pope said that, you know, what the women can become deacon and the Pope, the priest can get married, and you know, the cowboy thing going on over there? What do you think? What's your opinion? Let's hear your opinion. And then now you start debating with those people. They got your attention. And you are not focusing on yourself. You are not studying who you are. If truly indeed I see this is Esau's trouble, so to speak, I see 83 are suffering, thus there must be a blessing out there from us. There must be something hidden from us. There must be something in us. Therefore, I must sit down, meditate who I am, what I am. What am I here for? What I'm supposed to do? What can I do? Instead of going and trying to be a debating, and people sending me email, Big Levi, I would like you to come in my show and we can have a debate concerning this thing that you said in this video. And I want to know, you need to prove this. Oh, you're overreaching, man. You're overreaching. You know, you got to prove this, prove that. No, we do not have time to prove anything unto you, anything to you. Why, beloved? Why on earth those things keeps happening? They are not telling the people the truth. They keep telling him the elite are in control. The elite are doing this. And here over there, we told you there is no such thing as elite. Those people have zero power, toothless, worthless worms. Bunch of bark, no bites. They have no power whatsoever. They have zero control whatsoever. The only thing those folks can do is making you, they have the same old trick, making you pay attention to them. That's all. That is in a positive manner. But when you are paying attention to what's happening to them, they don't know what to explain it. They will bring the expert. They will bring this expert. They will bring that expert over there. They will make sure all those experts, they look nothing like us. Well, let's bring the bed bug expert and telling you what's going on. Well, the bed bugs and this, bed bugs and that. No, the reason why this is happening, because you people enslave the children of the mighty one, the children of light, master of darkness, the God beings. You did horrible and terrible things unto them, and you never said you sorry. You never leave them alone. You never gave them back their land. You never gave them back their wealth. You never admitted nor recognized this. You denied. You denied. You denied. You keep on denied. You act like everything is fine. Everything is good. All we have to do is to love each other, because you know our vibration is what controls this reality. You know our consciousness and awakeness is what control this reality. If you told us to hate ourselves, pray for you, you will be successful. We've been doing this for 400 years. Now suddenly you want everybody, you want us to come and pray for you again, so we can all be blessed. But pray for me first. You don't want to be selfish. Pray for me to be blessed first, and then after that I'll tell you when to pray for you. They know that. This is what you guys done. You destroy the children of the Holy One, and that's why everything is happening there. The so-called doomers or Generation Z, the boomers did not succeed because they were so good at working or so good at planning, or the economy was good. No, they succeed because they were under the blessing. Unfortunately for you guys, you were born in the curses. That's why you are not as successful as they were, because they never did work. They never did earn anything. Everything was set up for them to win. Everything was set up, most importantly, against us to lose. We have no generation. We have zero boomers in the midst of us, zero Generation X or Millennial or Generation Z or whatever. We have none of that. We were a cursed generation, point blank period. Whether we were born in the booming generation, the X generation, the millennial and Z, we were a cursed generation. It is now our people. We are the last, quote unquote, generation out of the curse. Whether now you are a boomer, you're in your 70s, 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, 50s, whether you're in a Generation X, you're in your 50s, 40s, 30s, the millennial, the 30s, 40s, 20s, the Generation X, 18, you are the last generation that are born, that is if you're one of us, that are born at the end of this curse, and now you are witnessing the demise, the destruction, the collapse of 83, and the revival, the rejuvenation of our people. You are part of this generation. You're not part of any of whatever denomination they try to put out there. Then again, Genesis 15 verse 13, and he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. From 2019, from 1619, 2019, we serve all 400 years. That's why you see right after 2019, 2020 kicks in, the entire world locked up, the vibration go up, the sun say, reality they say, And then now, 3 years later, and you people are still lying and making sure, give the impression that not only everything back to normal, everything is better than ever. Gas is so cheap. Food is so cheap. There's no war, nothing going on. Everything is so peaceful. And then the Olympics is going on. We're going to go there and then hang out and chill. And then everything's so back to normal and things like that. No, it's not. It's getting worse, and worse. And it never will get better. But then again, we know you are proud, or very proud people. You need this thing to be beaten onto you. You need this thing to be cut into your skin. You need this thing to be tattooed in your mind. And that's exactly what the Holy One is doing unto you. Why? Because the Holy One said, Genesis 15, verse 14. Oops, there you go. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. And the Holy One is judging you from the 10 plagues of the backlash of Abraham. And what you see here, the bed bugs is destruction by pestilence. It's a form of pestilence. Among the cattle, is just a form of pestilence, okay? Pestilence and hunger will change the destruction. That's what that is. Let's keep on moving.
Suitcases, folded clothes, bedding, and furniture. While the bugs don't pose a serious medical threat, their bites can result in rashes, blisters, and allergic reactions.
It's terrible. It's the most awful thing that has ever happened.
Maria Melissa Guarte is an American who's lived in Paris for 26 years. She's battled bed bugs twice before.
And when the exterminators came, they told me that they've been really, really busy because Paris has a real problem of bed bugs.
The French government is expected to announce new emergency measures any day as this city prepares to host the Olympic Games next year.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news.
You see how they are quick, excuse me. You see how they are quick to bring the whole bed-bug thing, and then they never brought what was going on in France, what's still going on in France concerning all the fire and riot and killing and stuff like that. And all the destruction that's going on over there. You see how they are just quickly report this stuff as if it's some kind of mild thing. But, beloved, let's keep going on. Let's see what's going on around the world. Let's see what's happening in the midst of 83.
The investigation continues into the cause of that small plane crash in Arlington yesterday. Now the investigation includes new surveillance video with a direct view of the Cessna going down. Fox 4's Dion Anglin live with the latest. Dion.
Hi there, Clarice. Well, from here, it is easy to see where the impact occurred behind me. It's also easy for some to express how grateful they are, given how much worse things could have been. This new surveillance video captured a direct view of the single-engine Cessna plane crash in Arlington, complete with a boomerang-like bounce off a chain-link fence.
As a matter of fact, it was a madhouse here.
They are feeling especially fortunate at this Arlington save-and-go convenience store, which sits a few hundred yards from the open parking lot where the plane went down.
And a customer came and told me that there was looked like a wing of a plane. I said, what do you know? So I went out and looked, and sure enough, there was a plane.
What were you thinking?
It was like a movie. Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. But luckily, no one got hurt.
A pilot and passenger on board escaped with no serious injuries. The plane belongs to an aviation school at Grand Prairie Municipal Airport. Arlington fire officials say the pilot reported to the tower he had experienced engine failure and was putting the craft down.
Oh boy, listen. The vibration, the energy that is going around. If you see the people are behaving the way that they are, if you see like the way that they're behaving in the news or by in your own home, you see the behavior is erratic, the behavior is somewhat unusual. That means nature is also changing. If the people are changing, nature is changing. The way that we drive, the way that we fly, the way that we do everything is changing. And this is no news to us, and you're going to keep seeing it. And those folks act like, well, he had engine failure. No, man. It's just the energy, the skies, the atmosphere supercharged with a bunch of energy because our people, we are awake. That's all it takes. Our people to become aware of what's going on and leave the fear of Jacob's trouble or leave the fear of the elite is so good. They are so macho. They are so smart. They control everything. They have everything. Not only that, they can do anything. They can create people. They can clone people. They can make food. They can create food. They can create that. They can. The only thing those people can do is to get the hell out of our planet. All that talk, Elon Musk still can get out of. He barely can get that Hyperloop thing running. Those Jeff Bezos have these things, they can go in space. They just go a little bit above. Those guys just go a little bit above the regular airplane travel can go, and then that's it. They come back down. 15 minutes, they come back down. Well, China created the sun. No. China made a giant flashlight. That's all. Do you know what it takes to make fusion energy? Ask any scientist how easy it is to make fusion energy, that literally to make the sun, Oh, well, you know, this is engine problem, the mechanical problem. No, that's not what that is. It's just the dragon line.
Could have been my driver, you know, coming back from his route, you know.
The parking lot belongs to GRM Information Management, a document storage company, and periodically trucks are moving about in the open lot. Fortunately, they were not when the small plane plummeted. Omar Gonzalez heard the loud noise, but says it was not all that unusual.
They pass by all the time, real low, because the airport's right here, so I always see them come by, you know, fly by pretty low, but I didn't think, you know.
The damage to the company's fence shows where the impact occurred. Gonzalez believes the fence acted as a barrier.
It probably caught the plane to go further down the road, you know. Could have probably maybe crashed into the apartments. They just built them. Could have went down that little creek path, but, you know, it stopped it right there.
All right, let me say something about those apartments that you see they are building all around. When you're passing, you see all those apartments being built. You want to know the secrets of those apartments? They are all empty. Most of them are empty. They are giving you the illusion that, oh, the economy is growing. But not only the economy is growing, our population is growing. They're all empty. That's why China, a few years ago, people were like, well, China is building this, they're building that, they are building cities over here, they are building cities over there, and they turn out to be all ghost city. No one lives in them. Why? Because, like the brother said, they were looking through that looking glass technology. This thing tell them there will be a huge burst of there will be this thing, this possible. What they were looking to, the whole looking glass thing, which all of you have that, it's called looking at probability. You are looking at probability, and then they make those probability into possibility. They say, oh, well, it's possible. And then there is no boom in the Chinese population. In fact, China, there's a bust. They are declining. All those cities are empty. You guys are not building those apartments for you. You're building them for us. There you go.
Capturing the heroin.
Yo, what the f?
A deadly plane crash caught on camera. An eyewitness capturing the harrowing moment a small plane dropped 5,000 feet, spiraling out of the sky and into a Newburgh, Oregon home.
I'm in shock, kind of. And I ended up getting a glimpse and being, someone else has to see this to confirm.
Ah, Micah. This dude's name is Micah Shower. Micah. Micah was a prophet. So, and as you can see, another airplane, okay, that was in Oregon. You know, just look at this thing. Look at the airplane. You think this has anything to do with engine failure? Look at this.
A deadly plane crash caught on camera. An eyewitness capturing the harrowing moment.
Look, listen. Look at the plane. Let us enlarge. Excuse me. Let's play it slow. There you go. Yeah. Look at the plane. The plane is being pulled down. The plane is being pulled down. It's just being pulled down. And then it pulled down directly in whatever this home is. What kind of energy that home was in there? Did that home was built on top of our ancestors' grave? Did things happen to our people in that home?
Dropped 5,000 feet, spiraling out of the sky and into a Newburgh, Oregon home.
I'm in shock, kind of.
Remember, a few days ago, we released Esau's Trouble video. One of them fell right behind a church, and this one fell right in the house, right in the parking lot. What's under there? Because those things are not just falling; they were pulled.
And I ended up getting a glimpse and being, someone else has to see this to confirm what I'm seeing.
Tonight, police confirming a 22-year-old flight instructor and a 20-year-old student pilot were killed. Another 20-year-old survived.
Okay, Tallinn, whatever Valley Refinery Skill T21. You know what to do. And again, beloved, for those of you who don't know what to do, you just watch the comment board. You watch the chart room, and then the people will explain to you what it is. We've done this all the time. We simply do not have time to explain going to the number 21 and the number 12. The reverse of 12 is 21. The reverse of 21 is 12. All of that, okay?
She was pulled from the wreckage and airlifted to a local hospital. She remains hospitalized in critical condition.
We express our condolences. We're going to be doing everything within our facility skill sets to try to determine the probable cause.
Officials say multiple people were at home at the time of the crash, but incredibly, everyone inside the house managed to safely evacuate.
Thank goodness. Somebody's looking after them.
The neighbors terrified at the...
Again, beloved, when you look at, let me see. Let me get another. Florida helicopter crash into apartment. There you go.
County, Florida tonight, the disturbing video of what so many people saw from the ground. The fire rescue chopper heading to a fire scene, trailing smoke, then suddenly...
Okay.
breaking apart in midair, plunging into an apartment building. Tonight.
Okay, so that was like a month ago. That was August the 28th, and we are in October the 7th, a month ago. And this one happened 2 days ago. The other one we did happen a day ago. Small plane crash into church. That's 2 years ago. We were bringing all those things. Pilot recall, kill Harvest church member in Texas. Okay, report plane crash that killed 4 Harvest church members in Texas. 4-member kills, pastor injured in Texas thing. Let me see. Right here.
The small Piper plane crashed around 11 a.m. Tuesday morning, about a mile from the Yoakum Municipal Airport. The only survivor, Dr. Keenan Vaughn, lead pastor of Harvest Church in Germantown, where Tuesday night parishioners gathered at the worship center. In a statement, the church said their loss leaves us without the proper words to articulate our grief. We ask for your prayers and request the families involved are given proper space to grieve. Executive Pastor Bill Garner, according to the church website, leaves behind a wife, 7 children, and 6 grandchildren. His family owns the Windike Country Club, the club's Facebook page saying it is hard to even begin to describe what Bill...
Do you know Windike Country Club? Okay. Let's see what we have here, how much this thing costs. How much it costs to have a country club. Windike Country Club. Okay. Windike Country Club. Okay. This. Oh no, I don't. Book a tour. How much the tour is? It's a golf club. Do you know how much money a golf club costs? You know. There's a golf club, a tennis court, dining, events, Olympic. Let's say we wanna book. Oh, well, you're gonna have to put your information. They don't even put the price here. Dining. Oh, let's say membership. Join the club. Click here for more details. Okay. Full family membership, $415 a month. Let's see, individual. Well, it's a family thing. Okay. Heritage membership, non-resident membership, $550. That's the fee plus tax, and $95. Let's say the family. Okay. Initiation fee is $2,500 plus tax and $415. To join. The age is 40 to 69. Now, do you know how much money it takes to own one of those country club? See, those things are not being owned by your regular average Joes, not the regular backward bucktooth monster walking down the street. Not your regular scumbag. Those are owned by the so-called the elite, and those guys are catching hell. Okay, that guy was a pastor or whatever. Okay, now in the movie, in the game, Grand Theft Auto. Let me see. Grand Theft Auto 5 golf course price. Okay.
According to GTA Wiki, Fandom, the golf club is located at the GWC and Golfing Society in Richmond, and is the most expensive property that any of the 3 characters can buy in the game and in the entire series, costing $150 million and generating a weekly income of $264,500.
Okay, so in the game, for those of you who play the game, the golf course, out of all the property, this thing costs $150 million. And then it bring you $264,000 in profit or whatever in income, which was the most profitable. Those things don't cost that little money. Okay, They don't cost like like $1 million, 500,000. That's not what that is. Okay, let's listen again to the stuff. Who's catching hell?
Within our facility skill sets to try to determine the probable cause.
Officials say multiple people were at home at the time of the crash, but incredibly, everyone inside the house managed to safely evacuate.
Thank goodness. Somebody's looking after them.
The neighbors terrified at the thought of what could have happened to their children playing not far away.
I ran out to see if my boy was okay, and they were crying. I said, did the plane hit the house? They go, yeah, it hit his buddy's house.
According to FlightAware, the plane is owned by Hillsborough Aero Academy.
Wait, hang on. That's the wrong one we are watching. Oh, well, this one. There we go.
According to the church website, leaves behind a wife, 7 children, and 6 grandchildren.
Okay, he left behind a wife, 7 children, and 6 grandchildren. And he owned the Wind Dyke Club community or whatever, club, country or club, whatever that they have over there.
Family owns the Windike Country Club, the club's Facebook page saying it is hard to even begin to describe what Bill meant to the Windike family. He was a father, a son, a brother, and friend to many. Steve Tucker was an elder at Harvest Church. Action News 5 confirmed he owned and was piloting the plane. Tucker also owned businesses in Texas.
Okay, this dude owned pretty much a lot of stuff. Those are your millionaires, billionaires that you don't see on your TV, like your typical Elon Musk or your typical Jeff Bezos. And those guys are catching hell, man. Those guys are going into those submersible submarine, and then they are not coming back. They are getting into those airplanes. They are not coming back. And you still have people out there and saying, Big Levi, this is all fake. Or when those things are happening to us, they were real. And then now it's happening to them, it is fake. Now those millionaires, billionaires are catching hell. Oh, well, it's fake. What do you mean it's fake? The dude is no more, man. Well, yeah, he fake. He's deaf, so he want to pay taxes and stuff like that. Michael Jackson faked his death. The Queen of England faked her death. Her husband fake his death, so they won't pay taxes. As if the so-called the rich or the 1% ever pay taxes. You see, it's always a moving the goalpost argument with those people. Anytime or anything like that happen, it's not real. Why is it real? Why should it be real? But Lord forbid a brother get into a car accident, he or she or sister is no more, then it is real. When it's happening to us, it's very real. When it's happening to them, it is not. Mind your own damn business, Big Levi. The guy was a pastor. He owned all this money and stuff. He faked his death. So, he was in a lot of debt. The IRS was after him. He faked his death. He's now with Tupac, Biggie, Michael Jackson, and living in Cuba. Yeah.
Saddle-making company Circle Y Saddles posting, "We are heartbroken. His wisdom, faith, and innovation touched many lives in the equestrian community." The other 2 victims of the crash identified as church members Tyler Patterson and Tyler Springer. Condolences pouring in from other Mid-South churches. Cummings Street Church, Hope Church, LaBelle Haven Baptist, and Olive Branch among the many sending prayers. U.S. Congressman David Kustoff tweeting, "These leaders touched our community. Our prayers are with each of their families." And Tennessee State Representative Mark White posting, "These leaders touched the hearts of so many." Back in Texas, NTSB investigators are expected at the crash site Wednesday. Meantime, Groundworks Ministries sending the Harvest Church family a message. We may not know what the future holds, but we know who holds the future.
You're damn right.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow
You're
today's
damn
top
right.
stories.
Who hold the future? And as you can see, those church members are catching hell. That happened like January this year, January 18, 2023. And those folks, they are pastors, church, they are millionaires, billionaires, and they are catching hell. And no one is calling them out. They say, wait a minute, those guys are dying at an alarming rate. Why? This pastor, at least he can say, well, my husband was raptured. He's not the pearly gate. He's not the pearly gate. Yeah. That pearly gate that have these 24 hours 7 days a week sauna. These pearly gates that have this 24/7 barbecue pit. These 24 hours have this never-ending furnace that keep up on the heat. That 24/7 pearly gate that has this pool made out of lava. That 24/7 pearly gate that have all those strange little fellows running around wearing red suit with horn with a pitchfork and then go around and and poke them in their bum and poke them in their ribs and poke them somewhere else. Yes, that sulfuric smell, beautiful light place with that giant fires with other guys like the Queen, Rush Limbaugh, Jimmy Carter. Well, they don't want to say anything about Jimmy Carter, but that guy is no more, man. Pope Benedict and the other scumbags, they all there. And one, another, well, he's not our favorite, but that fellow, he recently, well, not passed, he recently went back home. Mr. Anybody know him? I'll give you a hint. He made a comment about Haiti. Mr. Pat Robertson. Those guys are having fun being big at that place. Great glory. Let's keep on moving. Is that thing even recording? I don't know. Is it record? Oh boy, we've been there for 1 hour. Okay, it's already. Oh man. Let's move. Let's move. Good grief! I'm already been there for an hour. Oh good God. Okay. This thing is already done. Okay.
Flight training school took off just after 6 p.m. and crashed 30 minutes later after appearing to lose speed suddenly.
Doesn't really feel like it's real. Truly do feel sorry for their family and their loss.
The cause of the crash is unclear and the subject of an ongoing investigation. We reached out to Hillsborough Aero Academy for comment and have yet to hear back. Tom?
McLaughlin for us. Aaron, thank you.
Just keep on moving.
Police and Texas Rangers are searching for a missing 24-year-old woman with friends and family growing concerned over mysterious text messages they received. Take a look at Jennifer Mendez Olascoaga. Investigators say she vanished last Wednesday evening after dropping off one of her friends at a trailer park. Well, family members later found her car abandoned on the side of the road. They made that discovery the next morning, with the family telling police that Jennifer's friends had been receiving strange text messages. Listen to this. Things like, quote, "Are you missing someone? You'll never find her, and you know you'll never see her again." Police say the content of those texts does point to foul play. Let's bring in News Nation national security contributor Tracy Walder. Tracy, thank you so much for your time on this. There are still so many unanswered questions here, but what is first likely going on behind the scenes in this investigation?
Well, thank you so much for having me, Nicole. I think first things first, they are absolutely examining her digital history. I think because of these text messages clearly pointing to foul play, although, we don't know for certain, they are really looking at her digital trail. What was her social media like in the hours just after?
Okay. Now, as you can see, as you've been witnessing, there is an insane amount of people that just keep missing. And the other day, there was this little 9-year-old girl upstate New York, and she went onto a bike trail with her family, and she wanted to go back by herself, just to be a big girl, because kids do that, because they are growing up, and she didn't return. I don't know. They find her, but did they ever show the killer, or not the killer, the abductor or the kidnapper? The dude, there's a dude that kidnap her. Let me see. 9-year-old girl rescue upstate New York being adopted. Okay, all right. Let's see. This was the little girl. But is that the guy? Okay, is that the dude? It looked like, I don't know, it could be the dude. Yeah, it is the dude. Sometimes they put pictures there so they can bait you. And no, they don't put flowers. Man, come on. What the hell is this? Anyway. 9-year-old girl, she upstate New York. What's her name? No, that's Charlotte. Kidnapper. Well, she was a kid. She was being napped by this dude. Okay, it seems it's this fellow. Okay, is it him? Okay. Charlotte Senna, suspect charge. That's his name, Charlotte? No, Craig Ross Jr. accused kidnapper. All right then. Oh boy. Oh, you people, man. Okay, now again, this is the dude. Now look at this guy's face. Look at his eyes. Look at the expression, the way his face is. And this little girl was very lucky. When they got her, I knew she was being abducted, but I lost all hope. I'm like, hey, this little girl is long gone, man, you know. And this dude, you know, he just kidnapped her and then asked for some ransom notes or some money. And you got this thing going around, man. A bunch of women and men, they just disappear. And you got guys like this doing things like that, you know? And you can see those dudes walking down the street. You can read them. You can look at their eyes. You're like, wait a minute. You guys, something is not right with this fellow right here. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Oops.
News Nation's legal analyst and contributor of the Law and Crime Network. You're a host there. You're a contributor at News Nation. I'll get it right.
Okay.
I'm just so in shock with this story.
Yeah.
What is this? It sounds like the prosecutor is saying that these 6 that have been arrested may have been in the past actual victims of the same thing.
We've seen this before in these kinds of cases. Let me tell you, not this kind of case. When we talk about hazing, we usually talk about underage drinking. I can't say I've seen this, but usually you're dealing with a repeated pattern because sometimes the victims become the abusers. And that's when she says we're going to look into the last 5 years. I looked at the law in South Dakota. This second-degree rape, there is a 7-year statute of limitations. So it means if she goes after other people for this, she won't be time barred. Or
word salad. So those guys, 18, 19, 18, this is their generation, Bridge. Okay, back then in the 90s, you would never seen anything like that. Well, they were hiding it. Those guys were always rapists, but they're hiding it. Okay, there is something happened. Well, let's let the fellow explain it to you.
In order to bring those claims.
But doesn't it sort of lend a little bit of credibility to the claim that this is part of a hazing ritual if it's being done ritually year after year to the next, you know?
No. Hazing is not a defense. And the reason it's not a defense
I'm not saying it's a defense.
No. And I hear what you're saying, but the important point to remember is sometimes it goes under the rug if it's kind of like underage drinking. That's part of the culture. People don't report it.
Giving somebody a wedgie.
Right. Like... But you can't consent to a crime being committed against you because of that undue coercion, that undue pressure in this kind of environment. I have to tell you.
Well, Caldwell Park Mitchell Baseball Association. Wow, they could have put another name here, but they put Mitchell. But first, and the people in the chat room, let them know who's in the mix here.
2 victims that came forward. We wouldn't have had this case if they didn't come forward. One of them, we know the gender, a male, one not. That's very difficult. very difficult for anyone to come forward, particularly somebody in this position who...
Small town going to school with the...
Exactly, because now the judge is allowing one of these accusers to be in the same school but has to stay 30 feet away.
Are you surprised by that decision?
So it's a little bit like what we heard.
So those guys take another dude, a male. The hell is going on here? Is that what that is? The whole thing, the word salad and the oversimplification. Well, not oversimplification, over complication to make this sounds like it's not a big deal. Wait a minute, you guys take this boy, you do undo him what you should have done regularly with a woman. You know, you force this cowboy hat upon this fellow, and then now you force him going to the same school with those guys, but as long as they say 30 feet away. Yeah.
We heard from the prosecutor there, we can't ruin these kids' lives, these accusers' lives. They still...
There you go. You can't ruin their life because they just... This is the usual defense. Well, we really can't ruin their life. They are kids. I mean, if they get convicted, they get 100 years, 150 years each. You know, we can ruin their life. You know, we all make mistakes. I remember when I was a young lad growing up in the same town, in the same school. I've done the same thing. But it was a different time. You know, we can ruin their lives. But if those guys, by no shape and form, look a little bit just like us, they will throw the book at them.
They'll have a school to go to. They still have activities. They are innocent until proven guilty. Having said that, it's just a really tough case because they are in that same school. So I guess putting some sort of distance between the accuser and the victim is the best you can do.
And it's very disheartening to learn that people are not being supportive of the two victims in this case.
They won't. They won't because, you know, they gotta look at their population, man. If you put those young guys in prison, they need those young guys in there to be cops, to brutalize our people. They need them to be in the street. They need them to be in the comment board, you know, to threaten our people, always telling them how magnificent the elites are, you know, how grand they are, how, well, they are better than God. Well, they are God because they control the weather, they control the economy, they control the people, they control your life, they control everything. They can cover the sun, they can control the sun, they control reality. Everybody's living in this simulation, they control the AI, and so they need those guys to be out there and spilling this garbage, but they can't do that if they are behind bars for 100 and 150 years, man. That's not good.
There's always a culture of you're a tattletale. There's a culture, this is what we do. We don't know the details of what happened, but we can piece it together based on the charges. This is incredibly serious. You heard Natasha say we're dealing with charges with a maximum of 50 years in prison. Not saying that will happen if they're convicted, but this is a Class 1 felony in South Dakota.
My gosh. This is going to change people's lives.
Yeah.
It's good that it's exposed. It really is. Because honestly, if this was happening for multiple years, think about how many people didn't come forward, who might come forward now.
Okay, 6 high school baseball players charged with rape of 2 teen boys. So they raped the boys. And it's been happening, especially those things been happening and going to college and those the sorority, well, not the sorority, those frat house, you know, certain frat house, you're gonna have to give that, hey, bend over, grab the ankle, or bend over, spread those cheeks, because, you know, they gotta ride that horse until they can ride no more, or you're gonna get there and then ride this other man mechanical bull. So that's what that is. See, those guys been doing this for a while. All right, so hey man, this is what the Gentiles, it's 6 of them. They give 3 of those guys over there. And that's what they do. And this is that generation, beloved. Young kids. Well, they are men, you know, but they are young. And they were supposed to be out there thinking about college, getting in college, starting a tech business, and then rip off people with that whole Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Nope, they're out there saddling other guys and ride them out. There you go.
New this afternoon in South Harris County, a man in the hospital after investigators say that his sister shot him not once but twice. She was arrested just under an hour ago. Our Michelle Choi joins us live from the shooting where it happened on Fellows Road. This is near Beltway 8. And Michelle, the big question is, how is the brother doing?
Well, Sherman, the good news is we're told he's going to live. At last check, Harris County Sheriff's investigators told us he was in surgery after he was shot in the stomach and arm, allegedly by his sister, following an argument that unfolded in their driveway here behind me outside of that red house. Take a look at some video we shot. We're told the siblings are both in their 50s. This is video of the sister we got earlier as she resisted deputies who were trying to cuff her and put her back in the patrol car. She is now under arrest, charged with aggravated assault on a family member. We're told this all started just before 6:30 this morning. Apparently the siblings have had an ongoing feud for some time, but things escalated this morning when investigators say the sister got upset after she accused her brother of stealing some of her property. When her brother was gone, they say she moved a tractor tire to block the driveway.
You know what's sad? I'm not judging people, man, but both victims of it are in their 50s and they live with their parents, and this is childish, man. Accusing each other of stealing their properties and shoot your brother in the belly. This is their generation, Bridget. Those are their generation. Oh, I believe she's a millennial. Is that what that is? Or Generation X? Those are their people. Those folks they are not productive to their system, so to speak, Big Levi. And they are depressed. They're in the house all days and living off their parents, which are boomers. And they can't buy a home themselves, and they can't do anything. And something happened. The sister like, yo, I'm tired of your ish. I'm gonna shoot you in the belly and kill you because you stole, my stuff, my property.
When he came back,
the property could be drugs, though. Okay, they don't want to say this, but it could be drugs.
Back home, he was highly upset. Called her as she came outside, and as they continued to argue, she noticed her missing property was in the back of his truck. She tried to retrieve her property. He charged at her. She felt threatened. She pulled out her gun, shot him once. They exchanged more words, and she shot him a second time.
Yeah, he was rushed to a hospital where, again, as I mentioned, he is expected to live. As for the items she's accusing him of stealing, we're told included a washing machine tub and a crash fender. Investigators say the siblings live on the property with their mother.
A washing machine?
The mother has a trailer in the back, and the sister lives in the main home with her mom. As for the ongoing tension between the siblings, well, investigators say it all started a few years ago when at that time the brother accused the sister of stealing some of his property. This, of course, is another domestic violence incident involving a shooting that we've covered just this week alone. Coming up at 4, hear more from investigators.
So, as you can see, they are accusing each other of stealing properties, selling them mostly for drugs, and they are unproductive. They can't do anything. And when things like that were happening in our community, it was plastered all over the news, and now the curses was upon those folks, and I really don't want to make a big deal out of this thing. Let's move to the next one. Wait, hang on. Oh, okay. Well, we are at we are already past 1 hour, and the reason why we don't want to make those things 2-3 hours anymore. What happened, for instance, if we make this news and then KHU they claim it, and then they say, okay, well, you copy our stuff and things like that, they will just stop the whole video. But when you make it like one hour each, they don't do that. If it's in one video, they will just stop one video. The other video will be available. By the time I remove or trim this down, you guys can watch the other video. But if you put everything in one video, they will just cancel the whole video. Anyway, beloved, we'll see you in part 2. This is part 1. Part 2, we will deal with the ish and that fiasco, theatrics they are having over there in Israel. You know, they have to do something, brethren, to make themselves relevant. They have to do something like, hey, we matter too, you know. I'll see you in part 2. The people that are watching on TV, you may want to look for it. The people that are watching on the phone, it should be automatically coming, but it is always wise, always good to look for part 2. Shalom. See you in part 2.